everyone. My name is Dion Morales, your host of the Gold Squadron podcast, and we're coming to you live from round 5 of the Rome Space Jam Championship, brought to you by Gold Squadron podcast. Hopefully you guys are having a good time today, because I know I am. How you doing today, Darren?
I'm really good, thanks, Dion. It's been a pleasure so far, and now we're into round 5, so we're on to the home stretch.
That's right. So here in round 5, we have Ollie Pocknell versus Brendan Morrissey. We have a world championship list versus Finevitable. Some good stuff out there. Let's go ahead and break down these squads.
Yeah, so on the left, we've got Ollie Pocknell. I've never heard of this player, but I know he's using the world champion list. So he's probably just a dirty net lister.
Right.
So he's got the Grand Inquisitor, he's got Darth Vader, and with passive sensors and afterburners, and then he's got Whisper with passive sensors and Fifth Brother. So let's see if he can fly that as good as the actual world champion Duncan Howard.
Sorry.
And then on the right hand side we've got Brendan Morrissey, who's flying Finn in the little escape pod thing with Heroic and Perceptive co-pilot. We've got Rose Tico, who's got Crackshot, and we've got Red Squadron Expert with Heroic and Integrated S-Foils, and another Red Squadron Expert with the same thing, and another Red Squadron Expert with the same thing. So we've got a fairly beefy list, all at Initiative 3 there, and then we've got the aces that will dance around.
That's right. So a little bit about these lists. If you're not familiar with Ollie Pocknell, all jokes aside, he is the world champion, and he's flying his list that he won with the world champion at the world championships that happened last October. Now, he did perform in the last Space Jam event as well, and I think he made the top 8, if I'm not mistaken. That sounds right to me. My body's saying yes, but my heart is saying I don't know.
Wrong chat.
Yeah, correct. All right. So before we go too far, though, I want to remind you guys that you can get your votes in now, and if you're betting using your GSP credits, remember you guys get this is fairly new, so if you're confused about it, don't worry. While you're watching, for every 10 minutes you're watching, you get some credits. If you're active in the chat, you get double credits, and you can use those to wager on the games, and you can use then those credits to trigger on-screen alerts. Now, we don't have a full menu of those alerts yet that you can make pop up on the screen. They're actually really fun and cool. We have 2 of them available for you guys to just kind of test out today as a unveiling, but soon it's going to be quite a bit of stuff that you guys can do, and they're going to be pretty pricey, so you guys know that they'll be you're going to have to really earn those choose your championship votes. But right now the voting is open, I think, for probably another minute or so. 3 minutes and 9 seconds is what is open right now. So if you were voting, Mr. Darren, how would you be voting?
I can't answer that, because if I say Ollie, then people will just say I'm fanboying. If I say Brendan, I'll probably be wrong. So it's a tough matchup. Honestly, if I was to look at the lists independently, the one I would prefer would be Brendan's. However, player skill has a lot to offer in this game. We know Ollie's flown this list a lot, and he's done very, very well with it. And this isn't going to be a game of two lists just smashing into each other. This is going to be an education in dancing around from Ollie's point of view, with very little engagement. And so it's going to be... Brendan's probably going to get very frustrated. I know I would, at just how maneuverable and how few times red dice get shot. I'm very much like, if you're familiar with like 40k, I take the orc approach of just throw red dice, just attack, just don't dance around, just get stuck in and smash each other up. Yeah. Honestly, I would probably bet on Ollie, and most of the chat agree with that. If it was a bet in real life, I'd probably put a little bit on player 2 just to see if I could win more than I lost. Because that's some good odds there if you were to bet on Brendan right now.
Yeah, absolutely. That was one of the things we were talking about off air. It's like, the odds say you should probably go Brendan, but that's only because you can see on screen what people are betting. But you know what? Sometimes you play the safe horse. But we'll see. There is going to be a lot of dancing around in this game for sure. And the biggest skill that I've seen Ollie do in his Worlds match and the games that we've been able to record with Ollie is that he's very good at initial engagements, and that is what sets him up for success. Of course, he's bringing really good tools to the match, right? Whisper, Vader, the Grand Inquisitor, they're really good. They can hit really hard. They're also defensive. But he manages to put his ships in spots that are advantageous for him. He's making sure that if he's taking risks, they're calculated risks. But a lot of times he's playing very safe, making sure to just pick his spots as he goes. And yeah, I'm excited to see how this goes. The betting has closed according to the stream bot, so we'll go ahead and close the poll as well. Heavy favorite, 85-15 for Ollie, but we'll see how it shakes out.
So what you're saying there, Dion, is you are excited by Ollie's tool and you think he uses it well.
Yes.
Okay, just wanted to clarify.
Hey, he's the only X-Wing player who I literally have a picture of him on my desk. Okay, so whatever.
Is it laminated and wiped clean? Just obviously in case you spill a beverage around it,
right?
Sometimes you could get overexcited, and just spill it over the photo, like your beverage, obviously.
Right. So if you guys don't know, the Fly Better guys made a Whisper card with Ollie's face on it, and I have a pile of cards on my desk, and Ollie's picture is in it, just so you guys know.
With those piercing blue eyes.
Hey, Dion, your wife plays X-Wing? Yeah, she plays.
Isophane, I love you.
For those of you who aren't reading the chat, a priceless moment. All right, so Whisper turning in here. This is like the earliest engagement I've ever seen Ollie have, like ever. So he turns in here and looks to have some uncontested shots here really early with Whisper.
Yeah, he might have a range 3 shot from that Red Squadron expert number yellow, but it's going to be triggering the passive sensors there.
My Isophane picture's on my nightstand, by the way. Okay. Alrighty. So I'm sorry there, Darren. What were you gonna say?
It's going to be an interesting one to see where Whisper goes after this, though, because looking at where those objects are, I don't think there's a decloak lane.
He might be that gutsy, be like, you know what? I don't need to decloak. I'm just gonna. He could just barrel forward. You know what I mean? Just like forward, go past everybody, take the risk. Maybe you kind of bait Whisper here. Maybe get shot once or twice next turn, but you use the maneuverability of Whisper to then just kind of bungle up the rest of the ships. All right, Vader checks for lock. Just to kind of get an idea of range. Gonna go ahead and put that lock out there. That also helps with the jam that's on the pods.
Yep. To be honest, that's something I've tried to do myself now as a force of habit, is to take a lock early onto just an object, even if I'm not playing against something that's got jam, just to kind of remind myself and keep those triggers. So here we've got the passive sensors from Whisper. Who's he going to take the lock on?
Well, we got range 2 to Finn and range 3 to Rose. I mean, most likely... All right, you got hit crit.
Hit crit. Spend the lock.
It's on Rose, by the way.
Okay, so hit crit.
Oh, the dice box doing that thing again. Panic.
And natural evades. I have absolutely no idea what's happening right now.
No, no worries. I gotcha. There we go. So this is 2 hits. This is going into the Inquisitor from the Red Squadron Expert. And here's the other X-Wing going into the Inquisitor. Only one hit out there.
One hit.
Has evade, no problem.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting now to see what happens with how these resistance try and close this this box. I can't tell from this angle whether that decloak to the right gets Whisper out or whether it lands on the rock.
So he did take the decloak. I think he's just gonna go for it, Darren. I think you bust through the rock, you force your opponent into the bad positioning, and you let Vader start picking people off as well as the Grand Inquisitor.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, so does that mean with Red Squadron Expert Yellow, you just do a 1 bank and call Whisper's move?
Right now, guys, I'm just double checking, making sure the dice box is working. Looks good. Yeah, but I don't think he's going to decloak. I think the plan is just keep it. I don't think he's going to even try it. Hold on to the cloak, take an evade action. Try to weather the storm. Though, I mean, there is a possibility of a huge, just like crashing in onto Whisper. Though I
mean, you could hard turn down with Finn, or just 1 bank and just kind of close off that little gap, keep your arc wide and open.
Now here's maybe another reason. Ollie is 4-0 right now. Maybe right now is an opportunity saying, you know what, going into round 5 here, I'm feeling pretty confident. Let me try a couple of new strategies maybe that I haven't done before. I'm not, like, it's a game that matters, but at the same time doesn't. If he feels pretty confident about how he's playing today, might be just willing to take a risk.
I don't think you've met the real Ollie Pocknell. Ollie Pocknell does not take risks. He is one of the most cautious players that I've ever met.
You've ever met?
I love him. Like, Ollie and I have had a few really, really good games over the years. Most recently in, I think it was like February, March time, at an event, and we were both playing Scum. It was streamed, and he won, unfortunately. And, well, yeah. We both made a cut, so it was fine. And he gifted me a Fang Fighter.
Cool.
Because it was the prize was for top place Scum player. So there's a pro painted ship for each ship in faction. And with that, because we were both playing Scum, and he beat me, he came first and I came second in Scum, but he didn't want it and he gave it to me. So I was really happy with that. So not only is he humble, he is generous.
There you go. Yes, both the players in this matchup are 4-0. And look, he would... Oh, my...
Does that fit?
It fit. It fit. The confidence. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Oh, no. No,
it fit. He's just... Look, I'm going to... Let's see. Would this work if I do this? Look at how close that is, guys. That's how close that is in the zoom up cam. Insane.
That is ridiculous.
Ooh.
So do we think we're going to see the hard one candy cane here, or is he just going to do the 4 straight and bug out?
I mean, I don't know anything anymore. Not
Do you even Phantom, bro?
What do you mean, not even close? You guys, I don't think maybe you understood really there. That's a better view. That is a pixel. That is 1 pixel in between there. That's what that is. A single pixel. Like, look at that. I just went away. All right.
Oh, he hard turned in.
We're joust, honorable joust around the debris. All right.
This is unexpectedly aggressive from Ollie.
2 forward from the Grand Inquisitor.
Wait, did Ollie play the long game? Did he bet on Brendan and he's throwing the game? Is that it? Is he doing it for?
He's doing it for the credits.
For all the Gold Squadron points.
Oh man.
That was another incredible close move.
Yeah, 3 bank with Vader just barely gets past the Inquisitor.
I think Brendan's moves have caught him off guard.
Yeah, I mean, again, here
Like,
we'll go to the close cam. You guys see that? Crazy. And does the barrel roll.
Yeah, I think with that 3-speed maneuver there, he was hoping to get afterburners off. So I think the move by the 2 red squadrons caught him out. It'd be interesting to know what both players were thinking before that round.
Yeah, that was definitely some interesting moves.
So Vader doing the Vader things of target lock and focus.
All right, and 3 hits and a crit.
So with the fire control system built into the not fire control system, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Advanced targeting computer. Change it to another crit.
So 3 damage going through there, even after spending the focus. All 3 shields down.
You spend the focus so that you don't take the crit, which is unfortunate, but I suppose it's better to hold on to the hull than have the mod against the Inquisitor. The Inquisitor could be in for a rough time.
There we go. All right, here we go. Looks like the Inquisitor is going into Rose.
And 2 hits.
2 evades, got it. I'll remind you guys we have 1 more round after this, so make sure you guys stick around. We have round 6.
So we've got Whisper triggering the passive sensors.
Trying to decide what's his best opportunity to do some damage. He might go at the Red Squadron Expert through the rock.
Yeah.
Because it's 3 unmodified dice. Yep, and it's doing that, going through the rock. Even though it's 3 dice, 3 green dice is worse than 2 dice with a focus on average. Has a target lock. 3 hits. Here come the dice. 4 blanks.
Oh.
4 blanks. Heroic into just 1 evade. Still does 2 damage.
So that's points on the board for Ollie.
That's right. I'm sorry, and I did say that incorrectly before. It is 4 dice because of the obstruction. All right, Red Squadron.
So we're starting. Yep, go for it.
That X-Wing has a shot now. Go ahead, take
So the
it, Darren.
question is here, do you go for Whisper or do you go for the Inquisitor? The Inquisitor you're being able to shoot at with everybody, so I think that's where you go. So it looks like just the 1 hit. And the Inquisitor has to spend a mod. So spend a force.
Mm-hmm. You have enough shots coming in.
Yeah. So now we go to the Red Squadron Expert.
Switching targets.
This one does have a mod.
Into Vader.
To Vader. Interesting.
I'm also very curious about that. Hit, crit.
Focus.
Natties, baby.
Oh. Can we check that Ollie hasn't hacked these dice? Yeah, I'm intrigued by that one, why he didn't go for the Inquisitor.
Yep, he's splitting fire there. I mean, in hindsight, you know, the 3 evades do the same thing.
So spends the focus. So that looked like it was just range 2.
Yeah.
And then we've got Rose. You go for the Inquisitor here. Yeah, there we go, going for the Inquisitor.
Here we go.
Change it to Vader.
Only 1 hit.
Now, Rose should get a reroll. Yeah, there we go. Hit crit.
And safe. So no damage. Finn has a shot here. Now okay. Well, let's see what ends up happening.
So this is Finn without optics, though, so it's not as guaranteed as Finn with optics is disgusting.
So 2 hits most likely.
Yeah, you take the strain, you add an eyeball, and then get the 2 hits. And clean evades.
So, okay, let's go back here on some of the decision making. Brendan had an opportunity to shoot all 5 of his ships at the Grand Inquisitor and split off 2 of the 5 shots. Now, I think strategically, I understand maybe what he was doing, thinking like, oh, this one might not be able to catch Vader later or something like that. But really, I think he should have shot all 5 into the Grand Inquisitor to actually have some chance to do damage. He ends up splitting fire between Vader and the Grand Inquisitor and ends up with 0 damage.
Yeah,
because you had.
No, I agree. Like in this game, if you get them in arc, you should fire all at the same target. Channel your inner Kylo Ren at the end of The Last Jedi and get all ships to fire on that man. You might not be familiar with that film, Dion. It's a terrible, terrible movie.
I'm sorry, I missed it because I was reading. Say that one more time. You can go ahead, zing me again. Well, go. Ready? Repeat. Go.
Oh, I was literally just saying you've got to channel your inner Kylo Ren and get all ships to fire on that man.
That's right.
When you're in this kind of position. But then I also said that it's a terrible, terrible movie, and you might not have seen it.
I love The Last Jedi. I'm not embarrassed to say it.
I'm out. Bye.
But I also, you know what? I'm of the thought that if you want to not like it, that's fine too.
New phone, who dis?
Oh, The Last Jedi. And here we go. We got the chat rolling. Thanks, Darren. I'm blaming you.
I'm all right with that. So, Dion, have you seen the last episode of the Clone Wars?
Oh man, those last 4 episodes! Oh my goodness!
I can't believe Ahsoka turned out to be Snoke.
I mean, those last 4 episodes were a movie, right? Essentially, is what it was.
Yeah,
because it's like 2 hours.
I am not ashamed to say I got goosebumps and tears in lots of different places for those last 4 episodes.
Same.
Just the joy on Anakin's face when Ahsoka came back, and that kind of, I've given you your lightsabers, these guys have got a surprise for you. That was heart-wrenching. There was a lot of emotion there. Yeah.
Agreed.
Oh yeah, spoilers if you've not seen it. Sorry.
Yeah. I was like, oh, he's going for it. All right. I mean, that was only the first episode of the series that I think that you were quoting, so not too bad.
Yeah, and I can't believe Anakin and Ahsoka slept together. Like, wow.
Oh, come on. There are kids watching. Stop it.
Well, I'm just saying that it was on a cold planet and they snuggled up. So, whisper decloaking to the left.
That seems like a rather aggressive move, unless he's ducking out the 3 bank out.
Finn's turning away. Chasing Vader now. I'm intrigued by that because because of where the Inquisitor is, the Inquisitor, it can't go to the left.
Mm-hmm.
So, personally, I'd have tried to bring the ships around through that rock and that debris cloud to where that that Blue Squadron expert's just landed towards that direction. Was that a bump or no? Wasn't.
Nope. Clear.
Maybe he's trying to block with the Blue Squadron on the Inquisitor.
Mm-hmm.
But I just think, again, if he'd have done just a small maneuver with Finn, then it could have been another shot into the Grand Inquisitor.
All right. Talon roll
here,
lands right in front of Vader.
Yeah, he's splitting his ships up. Now, it could be that he's trying to do unexpected things because he knows he's playing against Ollie.
Could be. All right, waiting. All right, and the one hard to the outside. I mean, I think that was probably the most likely move. So no block there.
So what do we see here then? Just an evade, or
you have 2 shots coming in. You might, there it is.
Just take the evade because you can hard one to the left next turn, or one bank and then a bump from Whisper.
Now Whisper did get the evade from decloaking, but honestly, that position might not be too bad because the Red Squadron might not have a shot.
No, he might even be dead. I mean, let's not forget that pink Red Squadron's only on 2 hull.
True.
He's taking a 4-die shot from Whisper. And he's got no mods himself, so it all comes down to the dice. Now, what's Vader doing? Oh, Vader just bumped.
All right. 1 forward is a great move in those situations where somebody can sometimes flip behind you, but barely. You just take the 1 forward,
Actually,
bump behind.
Did Vader bump? Vader can't have bumped. Oh, no, he must have.
All right, well, here's Whisper.
So, does a hit crit and kills the Red Squadron expert.
Yep, takes him out, gets that extra evade, so now he has a defensive token and 1 to keep to decloak for next turn, or to recloak for next turn.
So what do you do here with Rose? Do you go into the Inquisitor, or do you go into Whisper?
There it goes. Inquisitor or Whisper. I go into. Are they both range 1?
Yeah.
I would go into the Whisper.
Yeah, me too.
You have a higher chance of doing damage, barely, but you do.
He's going into Whisper. It's also the chance of getting to burn the evade tokens.
Yep. Hit crit. Has no friendly ships in the arc, so no rerolls. Gonna force one of the evades to be burned. I have a follow-up shot here with the yellow X-Wing. Another shot in a Whisper.
Yeah, it's the right choice. He's focusing the fire this turn.
Hit crit.
So we've got a hit crit.
Double eyeballs. Got some decision-making here for Ollie to do.
I think you take the shields.
So this is that situation where what's more valuable, right? The health or the maneuverability. The problem is that if you the maneuverability is the biggest strength for Whisper, and it can help you hold on to the rest of that health. Taking both shields to hold on to that evade. That's how valuable that decloak can be.
Yeah, that decloak's going to get Whisper out of a bad situation now.
Now, for everybody watching at home, want to remind you guys that this round and all of our rounds today are brought to you by Curl Paw Creatives. Use that coupon code for Space Jam 2020 for 20% off right now. Be ready to play in style when we get back to the tables, guys.
So it's a question of, decloak forward with Whisper and then 4K, or do you... The decloak right might just fit. Like, Ollie knows where it fits, so let's just...
I mean, I think the one to the right fits for sure. I would say it has a lot more space than that one earlier that was like a pixel. That one's like 10 to 15 pixels. Fairly confident on that one. So yeah, he has the room to go to the right and basically just avoid the shots that are coming in because Finn, if Finn turns around, he'll be too far away to shoot her. The red X-Wing can hard turn, but that will not have the angle in order to get a shot. If you bring Rose and the yellow X-Wing in, you're probably bumping on either one of those shots and maybe only getting one. So we'll see what the move is here. But I'm honestly, if it fits, pretty sure it's to the right.
I think you decloak forwards.
That'd be pretty cheeky.
Because you're going to then be behind the Red Squadron and Finn. So if it fits, I'd go forwards. Because Rose and the other Red Squadron expert aren't going to be able to get to you because of that debris that's in the middle. It's going to really obstruct them.
Yep, looks like
who knows?
They know, and we'll know very, very soon. We'll know
Ollie knows.
Right now.
He sees in all 7 dimensions.
He sees in at least one. At least. All right, and there it is. So like I said, about 10 to 15 pixels there. Plenty. Kept it even.
Oh, and he's just bumped himself there, probably to try and block up Vader.
I like that. Little tactical bump. Tactical bump, best bump.
Yeah, so if he's caught Vader off guard here.
Rose going through the debris. Has 2 friendly ships in front right now, which means that... oh, look at that. All going into Vader right now. Rose will still have modifications. All right, Inquisitor.
So Talon roll from the Inquisitor.
Takes a stress. And Whisper freely has the flank on the yellow X-Wing. Passive sensors.
Passive sensors.
It's going to be a good shot there.
Invader threading it through.
The 2 right turn gets him out.
So he's going to get the barrel roll away.
He is, but he's still going to be in 3 arcs. 3 is better than 4.
Yeah. He's still going to have Rose shooting him. He's still going to have yellow and red shooting him. Just not going to have the Finn shooting into him. So who's he taking the lock on? So he's going on yellow. So we could feasibly see yellow take a serious pounding here.
Yep, currently is full right now. Here's a target lock. Is he going to spend it?
Spend the focus.
Oh my goodness. That is aggressive. 2 hits and 2 crits. Spending the focus.
Just the worst thing you want to see when you've got heroic is that eyeball and blank.
All right, so spends the focus in order to not take the crit under the shields, but all the shields are gone on yellow.
Yeah, and this is the thing now. He's now going to potentially take crits from Whisper because of Fifth Brother.
Yep, here's the passive sensors trigger right now, and that is going on to the Red Squadron Expert. Here come the 4 dice.
Spend the lock. And Fifth Brother that to a crit.
And there's 1 crit going through. That's half point on yellow. And the crit is structural damage, so reducing that agility. And that looks juicy for the Grand Inquisitor, who might be able to take him out here.
Well, the Grand Inquisitor can spend both of his force to make it the range 1 shot.
Just 1 force. Only has to spend 1, isn't it?
Oh, is it 1 force?
Yeah, still have him on. Yep. So this will be a 3-on-1. Oh, whiffs on that shot. So bad rolls on both sides.
So, how much of a beating is the Dark Lord of the Sith going to take?
2 crits from the first shot. That focus, man.
Must be from yellow.
Yeah, this is yellow. It's taking first shield. Little by little. That's how you have to do it against Vader. Little by little. Spent 1 force. Another unmodified shot. Range 1 coming in.
In fact, that could have been from Red either, because here he's another hit crit.
Yep, this is coming in from Red. Vader taking another shield. Those focus results not popping up. Rose has a range 1 shot here. We'll have 2 rerolls available because she has 2 friendly ships in the attack arc.
Can Rose punish the Dark Lord of the Sith? Prove that she is not a useless character plot.
2 rerolls.
Yeah.
3 hits.
Oh.
Vader down to half points, taking 2 right there. Only has a single hole left.
Oh, that was not a good round for Ollie. That was beautiful. What can I say? I love an underdog. But yeah, just think if Yellow still had his focus.
Oh yeah, if Yellow had kept, hindsight's 20/20, right? But you think, like, you know what? What if I just take the damage here and have still have my focus? Ouch.
Like, certainly an interesting one. Because Whisper's not in a great place either. Just from having lost both of her shields.
Mm-hmm. That 1 more hit over there is half points.
Now, for those that have seen the World Championship final game, it doesn't matter if Ollie loses Vader. He can bring it back.
He can. Whisper is really the one that does work. What hurts here is the fact that both shields are gone. Because when you still have the shields on Whisper, you feel, I don't know, is the word entitled? I don't know. You feel safer. You feel a little safer. You're like, you know what? I'm willing to take a little bit of risk here, a little bit of risk here, cut it close. It's when those shields are gone, that safety blanket of the half points protection, where you're like, I don't know if I feel comfortable doing this or not, which you can end up in the situation where you're running away a lot with Whisper, and then if you're running away, you're not getting shots.
Absolutely, it's a naked Whisper is you don't really want to engage.
And I want to remind you guys that tomorrow/tonight, depending on where you're watching, we have the top cut of the GSP Space Jam. Should be super fun. I'm excited. Top 16 starts again, 10 a.m. Rome time. Another 3 a.m. start for myself. Should be good. My bedtime is at 5 p.m. today, so I can get up at 1 to have everything ready to go. Somebody said offline. No, absolutely no. We're streaming. We're streaming offline. Are you kidding? I'm not gonna get up that early and not stream the event. But we're streaming. Will you be watching though? That's the question. That's the $1 million how dedicated are you question. Okay.
I'll be watching.
Yeah, you will. All right. So we got a crash in here from Rose. And turnaround maneuver here, 4K for the yellow X-Wing.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting because if Whisper's done the hard turn in there, it's going to be able to barrel roll out of arc to not take any shots back and try and punish yellow.
All right. All righty. And did Whisper clear? Or did Whisper bump? No, she bumped. Okay.
That is... okay.
She bumped it. You can't... The little white bar is back there. Vader
okay.
Getting out, saying, I'm no thank you.
Yeah, we're going to see probably an afterburner's use here from Vader. Just try and get some distance. Yeah, Vader's got to be careful because he's still taking a shot from red, possibly from yellow.
Vader's clinching right now, has 2 force available. Taking the lock here with the action. The other piece of information that gives is, can Vader barrel roll out of being shot? And the answer was, it's really close. That's just really close because it overlaps the back of the ship, and it's not a direct movement, right? Like if it was a boost forward, you know that you're out. But that sideways diagonal movement it's close. He just took the focus.
So he's not going to take it. Yep. So no shot from Vader, and then we've got the Inquisitor. Now it looks like he's got range 1 into Rose, but range 2 obstructed into Finn.
Thank you, Fast Walk Zero. Here we go. Oof. Spend both force.
So you spend the focus.
Oh, focus.
No, you spend the focus.
Sorry about that. Natties, baby.
And that's got to feel bad for Ollie. I mean, don't feel bad for Ollie, but so does Whisper have a shot?
No shots for Whisper, and here is the going into the Grand Inquisitor hit crit. 4 dice. And spends the force to get out of the damage.
So that's the only shot that's going into the Inquisitor, though. So
yeah.
So here we go. Can the Red Squadron expert take out the Dark Lord of the Sith?
He's gonna try. Hit crit.
I mean, spend the focus.
Natties, baby.
Oh.
Just roll natties. Be the chosen one. How to win.
Statistically, Vader was safe there.
Right, yeah, the no mods versus the focus, yes, but whew, feels worse though.
So we've got Rose into Whisper. Whisper spending that evade to not take a crit. And this is what we're saying now that Whisper doesn't have the evade.
But Finn without
Finn
a focus
shooting.
is not very scary though.
Yeah, but Finn getting hit crit.
Oh, he did get hit crit.
Ooh.
Oh, the natties, the dice gods.
Marcel Manzano just subscribed for 2 years in a row. Thanks,
Woo.
Marcel Manzano.
Woo woo.
No idea who you are. Probably just some scrub.
So let me know in the chat, guys, what GSP credit spending animations would you guys like to see? So we had the Shadowcaster for Scum, we had the X-Wing chasing the TIE Fighter for Rebels. Do you want like a Defender maybe for Empire?
No, we want the gunboat. We want the gunboat with missiles.
The gunboat flying, like shooting missiles out?
Yes.
That could be cool. Just like a ridiculous amount of missiles. I mean, we could do a bunch. It's just slow roll. I want to get at least one for each faction. Now we do have limitations in probably the ability and scope in which we can do, but Isofane, consider it done.
So what are we seeing here then? We're going to have... Well, Whisper's not decloaking. So Whisper's in a bit of a tight spot. Personally, I kind of like the talent roll from Red to try and catch Whisper.
Yeah. Talent roll to the left. That could be a good move. And you have you have both Finn and Rose to back them up on that move.
Yeah. And Yellow just disengages for a little bit and tries to go forward and take a lock on Vader and just keep some pressure on there. Because Yellow, okay, still has 3 hull left. But then the others are just completely undamaged. So just slow roll in with Rose, bank around with Finn to clear his stress, and then yeah, talon roll with Red, and you could catch Whisper. I mean, Whisper's only going to have the 1 mod and the Force. So then we see Finn just going forwards with the taking the focus, clearing both his stress and his strain.
All right. So it looks like that X-Wing's maneuver did fit there. No overlap. Able to get that focus and continuing to threat the Grand Inquisitor.
Interesting, deciding to slow roll in there with Rose and South Bump. I suppose with Rose, because you've got them friendly ships in arc, you did the Talon roll.
Yeah, he felt your presence in the Force.
Oh no, I've been messaging him all the way through.
Oh, excellent. Well, I mean, collusion is good.
Just to be clear, I am joking.
At least one person at home is mad.
Hey, it's the internet. Someone's always going to be mad.
True. All right.
I mean, Whisper's done a fairly good job of trying to get out of there a little bit. I think he's still going to get a shot by... Still going to get shot by Rose. He's still going to get shot by Red. It's just a question then of, is Finn going to be able to get him? It's going to be close, and he might not have him. And Finn is just one of those annoying ships to try and get rid of.
Agreed. Yeah, he can just stick around for so long, and this, if he has focus, that's when things are bad. But now you see he brought the Grand and the Phantom in there, so we'll see how what he does.
Yeah, I'm not sure that I'm not sure Whisper's got him in arc.
I think he does.
Vader taking the Talon roll to try and keep relevant. So we've got Vader taking a shot onto Red.
And
does he still have the lock on him? He must do.
Yes.
So yeah, here you spend the lock. You
and the Force. 3 hits. Hit, crit, crit.
Oh.
This is obstructed. And range 3. Taken 2 crits. Right
yeah, he's got shields.
But it feels bad.
No, taking drinks from Bill Cosby feels bad. Taking a couple of shields? Nah.
All right. Whisper is, I think, up next. It's got range 1 shot. That passive sensors did trigger. And spend the lock on all 4 of them, most likely. 2 hits, maybe 5th brother. Yes, hit, crit, going into Finn. It's got 2 dice, adds a focus, most likely taking the strain, and then no damage.
Yeah, Finn's clean. And that's why Finn is annoying.
Ali does have that follow-up shot with the Grand Inquisitor, so might be able to get damage in now because of the strain.
Can Finn not double strain himself?
But I mean, it's just -1 agility.
Yeah, so he rolls
you
one
can
dice, and then adds a focus result, and then spends it, and ends up with 1 strain.
Yes.
Yeah, there. Takes nothing.
I said he had a chance. I didn't say it was guaranteed.
So really here we've got Rose and Red to try and take Whisper below half. And half of Whisper does put Brandon ahead, so... Ooh.
Natties.
That was yellow into the Inquisitor. So now we've got Rose into the Phantom here.
It's got just one reroll.
Yeah.
One crit.
So a crit.
Whisper doesn't have an evade.
Nope, and doesn't have the force either, so he needs an evade here to not take the crit. So can Ollie's luck hold out? Yes, it can. Got a downrange shot here from Red. Oh, that feels bad.
Whiff. I had a couple of shots there. I don't think Finn has arc. Does not. Yeah, that definitely an extra level of feels bad in there, not being able to do any damage there, even though you were able to get rid of the be in a situation where she doesn't have an evade token. Now, of course, Whisper can't cloak, which means she won't be decloaking next turn. Makes it a little bit more predictable. But, I mean, the Phantom Dial isn't, bad by any means, but you're not going to get anything like a K turn, most likely, because you want the evade next turn, unless you think you can be aggressive enough to get a shot, then get a hit next turn and get the evade that way.
Yeah, it's a tough spot with 12 minutes left to go. Brendan's got to chase Whisper. The problem he's now got is Vader's coming in from behind. Pretty much uncontested. And with full force. So yes, Vader's only on one hull. But looking at the position of Brendan's ships, he's not going to be in a position to capitalize on that. I mean, the only ship that can potentially come around and cause problems would be Finn, but because he's moving first, all of his good options to turn towards Vader are blocked. So, I mean, at best, you're probably going to get just a one forward from Finn and focus up. And then the rest of the ships chase Whisper. I don't know, if you're Brendan in this situation, Dion, where do you go?
Looking at the positioning of these ships, I mean, you kind of have to go at Whisper, like you mentioned. I'm just looking at the movement order right now. 3, 3, 3, 2. I kind of wish Finn was a 3. It would really give you more options, because then you could K-turn with Finn. What that pod dial is pretty bad. I know that. What's its fastest bank blue? Is it just a 1 bank?
So the fastest bank blue would be a 1 bank. Like it's a terrible dial. Like it's got the 1 bank and 1 straight blue.
All right, then
2 straight blue.
Then what I'm doing is I'm banking 1 bank to the left, focus. I'm taking Rose, or I guess 1 forward. That's fine. And then I would turn everybody into Vader. Everybody's going at Vader. That's what I do.
I don't think they can they? I suppose you could hard turn with Rose.
Hard turn with everybody. You just bam, bam. Except for Red. Red's the only one who's not going to be able to be part of the party. But never mind, because he went to the right. Looks like Whisper is the call.
Yeah, I agree that I think Whisper is the right call there, because you need to do 1 more damage to get the half points. So they're being able to... the T-70's got the focus boost, haven't they?
No, that's a 65.
Yeah, okay. So this is the bad X-Wing.
It depends the situation. When you can barrel focus, you feel like a god.
It's fair.
So took the boost in order to make sure to have a little bit more distance there and reach onto Whisper. Grand Inquisitor bumps, no actions, just a single force.
And has Rose bumped again?
Rose has not. Yes. Yes. So cloaking.
Interested to see why Rose bumped there.
Yep. Try to do the 2-turn. Didn't have enough space. Vader checking for target lock here.
Yeah, so he goes into red. Tries to finish him off.
Yeah, absolutely. Or at least get the half points. You need a shield and a card to get to half.
Yeah. Sorry, you've got red who needs the 2, or you've got yellow who, if the Inquisitor hadn't have bumped yellow, it might have been a better option.
Yep. Well, it looks like
you've already got the half. So was he going into red?
Yep. Took the target lock onto the red squadron, the red blue squadron, because that makes sense. You know, the red X-wing. Here we go. Vader.
There's the red squadron.
It's gonna change that to a crit because of advanced targeting computer. Got the rerolls, and there it is. 3 hits. Hit crit coming in. This X-wing doesn't have any modifications on this. Will have 3 dice because of range 3. Ends out only losing a shield. Not a bad exchange there for Brendan.
Yeah, getting the above out, like the hit crit from Vader's likely. Brendan, a little bit lucky there to not take more than just the shield. It's not like a massive swing. It's not like he, but yeah. So let's see what have we got now then. So we were going to have no shot from Whisper, Grand Inquisitor.
Whiffs here.
Guess you go for
he rolled already.
Okay.
It was a blank focus. He's debating whether to spend the force and does.
Yeah, I guess you're firing into red. Is this?
Yep, and got the evade.
Yeah, shooting at red there's the right choice. You could get him down to half.
All right, here's a shot. Here's the one. The yellow X-wing into Whisper at range 2. This one matters. It's going to be 2 hits. That might not be enough. Would have been in a feeling better with 3.
So why is Whisper rolling 4 dice?
Because he's Whisper and he's cloaked.
Oh, it's cloaked.
Yep, had to spend the force there though. 2 crits coming in. 5 dice from range 3.
See what happens.
Oh, takes the crit.
Oh.
That's half points on Whisper. Direct hit down the 1.
Oh, that feels bad. With 6 minutes left. Interesting. So that does put Brendan ahead.
It does. 68-74.
Now, does Finn have a shot on Vader?
We'll find out. It's gonna be, I think so.
It looks close. Because with having the 2 focus,
Finn is just out of range. Just out of range. Ooh.
Did we get a judge to check that?
Now, I will tell you, I'm sure the chat is a little worried right now. So much tension. Grim Wolf in the chat says so much tension. Please hold me. There are, let me tell you, Darren, people bet 14,000 points on this game. 14,048 GSP credits were bet on this game, and 84% are on Ollie. So there are some people going, oh no, oh no. And there's some people with the 15% on the other side going, oh yes, oh yes.
Can we find out if Ollie is those 15%?
Oh, that'd be
if
great.
If he just went in and put a cheeky bet against himself.
Yep.
Oh, wait. Isophane has 12 credits. Did Isophane bet all of his credits?
He bet all of his credits. He was in second place out of everybody.
I hope Isophane loses all of his credits. I love Isophane, but...
Well, he gives enough subs where it would come back pretty quick.
Oh, he put it all in.
He put it all in. The only ones he's gotten is from watching this game, yeah.
Isophane, I love it when you put it all in.
So you guys get GSP credits just for watching. You get more for subbing, more for being active, following, all those things. But yeah, this is likely going to be the last turn. This is huge. This is a big turn. So let's try to play both sides here, Darren. If you're Ollie, you're trying to get the W right now. What are you doing?
Table flip. No. So if I'm Ollie here, he's got to get a hit on red, which gives him half points.
Right.
So that's pretty much his win condition. But he's also not got to lose anything from Vader or from Whisper. So you've got to ignore the 2 pods because you're not going to do enough damage to them to get you the points that you need. And even if you do, they're not worth very much.
Mm-hmm.
So he's got to really go for red or yellow. Red to get half, yellow to finish it off. So it's what can he do to maximize that. Now, Whisper realistically just needs to run. I think we're probably going to see he could do one of 2 things. He can decloak to the left. He's never going to decloak forward. He's never going to decloak right. So decloak and then hard turn to try and disengage, or hard turn in to try and get a shot onto yellow, do the candy cane that we know and love. Vader probably going to have to slow roll it. The problem he's got is then the Grand Inquisitor. Where does he go to be able to get a shot on one of these ships, either yellow or red, to really maximize it? So there's the decloak to the left from Whisper. I don't think we're going to see the hard one down because it just doesn't get the angle right. I think we're probably going to see the hard 3 to the left and try and just recloak to get the distance, get the defense dice, and protect those 36 points or 35 points.
Oh, here's Finn facing at Darth Vader.
Yeah, Finn facing Vader. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a K turn from Rose. And then it's whether he's seen this, because yellow could do a K turn and then maybe a Talon roll from red just to go all in on Vader and try and finish it off. Because if he gets rid of Vader, it doesn't matter if he loses half points on red or yellow.
Mm-hmm.
So this is certainly an interesting turn.
Vader has one force at the moment only.
Yeah, credit where it's due. I thought Ollie was going to be a lot more cagey and dancing around a lot more than what we've actually seen. So he's shown that he's got real depth to his playbook. So I think we just see the focus there from red, which is good because it means that it's going to be really difficult for the Inquisitor to get shots on him unless Ollie's called it and he's done the K-turn.
Let's find out. So yellow bumps.
Bumped with yellow.
Tactical bump.
Well, the problem with that is it means that if the Inquisitor bumps yellow, he's got a shot onto... Yeah, there's K-turn from Rose. Yellow would have the... Inquisitor would have the shot onto red if he bumps into yellow, you see. That's the thing that I'm not too keen on.
Whisper turns away.
Yeah, Whisper runs, recloaks. So the Inquisitor bumps. So it's an unmodded range 1 shot other than a force into red, where he needs to do 1 damage. Did Vader just bump?
He did. Bumped into Finn. That's actually a great move. Because,
that's good for Vader.
Yeah, because no shot coming in from Finn. Out of all the ships on the table, the one that could hit most reliably is Finn.
Now, Rose will get 2 rerolls if she decides to go at Vader.
I mean, that's where you go.
Yeah. Now, Vader is only going to have a 2 die shot against red.
Yep. But he gets the Grand Inquisitor as well. So
Yeah. But relatively unmodded dice.
the crit was fuel leak, but irrelevant.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Here we go. So we got 2 shots here that really matter.
Rose into Vader and red into Whisper. So it looks like we've got red into Whisper first. Just 1, doesn't matter.
No, that was a hit. That was 2.
Ooh. So 5 dice.
He has an evade and a force. Should be fine.
Yeah, he's fine. He is fine.
All right, Rose. You have 2 rerolls.
I will take back what I said about The Last Jedi if Rose does this.
No, you won't.
No, I won't. She's still a terrible character.
Looks like he disconnected again, guys.
Ah.
Brendan. No!
Ollie's laughing. The drama. All this tension. Reroll. I could re-roll it, but that's not me. It's not me. I can't do it. It's really frustrating for the
roll it.
So you know what's the funny thing is that all of our games, something like this has happened at the very end.
Brendan, take my energy. Get the 2 hits.
2 hits! 2 hits. Vader has got a single force. This is it.
Die, Vader, die.
This
die,
is
die,
it
die.
for all
Come
the
on,
bananas.
double
Vader's dead! Vader's dead! Oh my goodness.
I want to know who won points in that game.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Right. Somebody needs to get a helpline number to Isophane. Because he just bet his house on that game.
Here we go. I'm gonna disperse the points and then check the leaderboard again. Here we go. 15% of the bets. Oh my goodness.
So wait, does Brendan now become the world champion? Isn't it like similar to like being the Pope? If you kill the Pope, you become the Pope.
Is that how the simulation works?